Hunter x Hunter episode 140, and oh my goodness, Leorio could not have come back in a more epic way than he could have inside this episode. I mean, right off the bat, the first scene you see when Leorio comes back is him yelling, and I mean that brings back so much memories from the earlier parts of Hunter x Hunter. I mean, we've been so caught up, you know, everything after the Phantom Troop arc. I mean, we had the Greed Island arc, you know, completely excluded out Leorio and Kurapika, and also, you know, in probably the longest arc inside the entire series, the Chimera Ant arc, which once again did not include Kurapika or Leorio. So inside this arc, you have Leorio just coming back, just bringing back all the fun times, you know, that we had in the first 1, 2, 3 arcs, you know what I mean? And you know, you just get those original Hunter x Hunter feels, you know. And it just says a lot about Leorio, cause I mean, throughout all this time, like his same dedication, you know, to his friend, saving his friend Guy, you know, has not diminished any way whatsoever. I mean, he hasn't changed, and I mean, Leorio is just the best character. I mean, he's the only guy that has that rowdy instincts, you know, out of the 4 main characters, you know. And I mean, it's just so great to see him back inside this episode. And of course, the main highlight of Leorio inside this episode was going to go see Ging, and he had more than a couple of words to give him. I mean, first of all, he comes up to Ging, you know, who's sitting down inside the panel where they're having the election for the new chairman. And Leorio comes in all badass and stuff, and confronts Ging and tells him, why don't you go visit your son? You know, like his son is, you know, on the verge of dying pretty much, and I mean, you know where he is, you know his situation. I mean, the least you can do is go see him, because this could be potentially the last time, you know, you might ever see your son. And of course, King with his smug attitude goes, you know, he has enough friends, you know, that's enough. And Leorio, of course, we all saw this coming, but I mean, the fact that Leorio has learned a Nen ability just completely threw me off. I mean, inside the opening, yeah, they spoiled a little bit of stuff, but I mean, his Nen ability looks awesome as hell. I mean, he just snapped, he destroyed the entire podium where he was at, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's just a little fits of rage, but no, he continues on, and it seems like he has some kind of weird ability where he can open up portals, you know, within distances and teleport things through there. So what did he do? He opened up the portal, and Ging took a nasty sucker to the dome. I mean, he sent that boy flying. I mean, he completely fodderized Ging in a matter of seconds, and I mean, that's just so, I was just so hyped, you know. It just brought back so many memories, you know, from the earlier part of Hunter x Hunter, just how hyped Leorio really is of a character and how we undervalue him, you know, throughout the entire Hunter x Hunter series. Another key part of this episode I seen was when Leorio was calling Kurapika, you know, he was cheese, you know, he was like, yo, where's Kurapika at, man? Gon's on the brink of death, he's fighting for his life, and you're nowhere to be seen. And then after we see Kurapika, who appears to be inside, you know, a dark room, we don't know where Kurapika's at, wearing his suit and holding his cell phone inside his hand, and I mean, that was very, very ominous. I mean, could that be some kind of foreshadowing for Kurapika? Because we haven't seen Kurapika or heard anything about the troop, you know, since like we haven't seen Kurapika since the Phantom Troop arc, and we've heard from the troop was that little bit that we had you know, in the middle of the Chimera Ant arc, and it didn't really involve any of the major members of the Phantom Troop. So that was a little bit, you know, fishy, you know, like we really don't know what Kurapika's state of mind is right now, and whether Kurapika will, you know, come back into the fold or not. And then lastly, Killua, you know, he's finally got permission from his dad to go and save Gon, but then there's so many restrictions that he has. I mean, we have the comeback of all the new, you have comeback of all the butlers, Goto, Canary, and this big butler. I don't know if you've seen this Subone character earlier in the series. I'm not sure. But it looks like, you know, as far as I can remember, this is the first time we've seen Subone and another fourth butler. So I mean, like, Killua was just dealing with all this crap, but it seems like he will get there in time to save Gon. But judging from the next episode, it seems like he might have some trouble getting there, because it seems that, you know, his family members are really after him and do not want Aluka's power, you know, getting out. And maybe they have kind of a suspect idea that Killua does know a way where he can get around the restrictions that Aluka sets, you know, in order to grant a wish. So they're just trying to keep Aluka's powers, you know, on the down low, so nobody can find about it, and you know, for them to use it for their own, you know, for their own personal selves, you know, because obviously, although the parents do not value Aluka, you know, as a person, you know, and they value Aluka more like an object, you know, and see her as a potentially, you know, useful tool in the future, which is pretty sad, in my opinion. So overall, this was a fantastic episode. Main highlight was Leorio. Leorio was hype as hell, and I cannot wait to see the rest of this arc. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and all this good stuff.